What's going on, YouTube? Thomas L here with the Emmy Awards airing on NBC next Monday. I decided to do my top 10 favorite Emmy Award winning comedies of all time. These are, of course, the shows that, of course, won the Emmy for Best Comedy. So, with that being said, here's my list. Coming in at number 10 is Frasier, which took home, which pretty much won best comedy about 5 times, and it was nominated 3 times. I mean, Frasier it's a classic comedy. It's a classic sitcom. It's of course a Cheers spinoff with Kelsey Grammer as Dr. Frasier Crane, who moves back to his home in Seattle where he lives with his father and he works at a as a radio psychiatrist. I mean, this is a classic sitcom. I mean, Kelsey Grammer is amazing as Frasier. I mean, you also got David Hyde Pierce, who was awesome on this. You know, the late John Mahoney, who recently passed away just recent. He played Frasier's dad. He did a fantastic job. And I mean, there's also been talks about them bringing Frasier back, and I'm all for it. I mean, Frasier is it's a classic sitcom. If you guys still haven't seen Frasier, they show reruns now. Then give it a go. Like if you see something on Netflix called Frasier, watch it. It's a really funny sitcom. Coming in at number 9 is mostly the recent show on my list, and that will be Modern Family. Now, like Frasier, this one My Family won loads of times. It won 5 times, and it was nominated 3 times. Pretty much, it's tied with Frasier as the most wins and the most nominees. Now, this is actually the first year where Modern Family isn't really nominated for a while. Because Modern Family that show pretty much sweep almost every year since it first premiered. Modern Family won from season 1 all the way to season 5. Haven't won lately since Veep, came in town, but I mean Veep also is that show's been winning left to right as well. But I'm not really that big of a Veep fan, so that's not really on my list. But anyway, back to Modern Family. Yeah, I really love Modern Family. I mean, I was a little late to the party with Modern Family. Because it kept winning all those awards, Emmy awards. So I was wondering, man, how good is this show that keeps winning those awards? So I was bored one day and decided to check some Modern Family reruns, and you know what? I could see why it won those awards. It's actually a really hysterical show. I mean, I love Ty Burrell. He's awesome. How about Sofia Vergara's in this? I mean, I adore Sofia Vergara. Her accent is just awesome. Of course, she's on the show. She's married to Ed O'Neill, who's best known for Al Bundy on Married with Children, which I don't think that show has been nominated. If it wasn't, maybe after this, I'm gonna do my top 10, list of comedies that should have been nominated. Anyway, back to Modern Family. Although I admit Modern Family, I don't know, it's kind of losing a little steam. I mean, the new episodes of Modern Family has been decent, just not as good as the old Modern Family. Maybe it's because the kids are growing up a little too fast. Maybe that could be it. I don't know. I just won't be surprised if the show will maybe end either next year. I just won't be surprised. But if it does, hey, they had a pretty good long run, Anyway. Coming in at number 8 will be I Love Lucy, which of course won 2 times and was nominated once. Yeah, and I mean, of course, it had Lucille Ball, who if it wasn't for her, we probably wouldn't have female comics today. Melissa McCartney probably wouldn't be a thing. if it wasn't for Lucille Ball, and lots of shows kind of pretty much spoofed that show. I mean, y'all know that episode Drake and Josh when Drake and Josh are like putting shrimps in a basket thing. That scene was spoofed from I Love Lucy. Just a little tidbit there. By the way, if you guys still haven't seen it, it's a classic sitcom. All right, coming in at number 7 will be The Wonder Years. I mean, Wonder Years. What you say about Wonder Years? I mean, you got like Fred Savage. You got like Daniel Stern, aka Marv from Home Alone, doing the voice of an older Fred Savage. Like the show came out in 1988, and man, it's a classic sitcom. I mean, it only won just once and was nominated 4 times, but I'm at least glad it won. I mean, Wonder Years is just awesome. I mean, the show pretty much takes place in like late 60s and early 70s, and it's about this kid named Kevin Arno who records growing up during the like late 60s, and he pretty much like has social times to make transition from child to adult. I mean, the older Kevin Arno is voiced by Daniel Stern, who's like pretty much telling the story in every episode. I mean, it's such a classic sitcom. If you guys still haven't seen The Wonder Years, I mean, Fred Savage is awesome as Kevin Arnold, and not to mention. Not to mention, you also got like Danica McKellar as Winnie Cooper. I mean, what could you ask for? I'm all for seeing like a maybe a new take on Wonder Years. I mean, if it was for the Wonder Years, we probably want to have stuff like the Goldbergs and whatever. But yeah, Wonder Years is where it's at. All right, coming in at number 9 might be a little controversy because of what's happening with him in the news and all. All right, number 6 I gotta say will be the Cosby Show. I mean, I know that's gonna be way too controversy to really put down, but I'm only talking about this by the quality of the show, not about what Cosby, what anything in the news with Cosby or anything. Let's get that out of the way. I mean, despite everything that's going on with Cosby in the news and all, I will say the Cosby Show is still a classic sitcom. Bill Cosby was just amazing as Huckleberry. You got like a Felicia Rashad as his wife. It's just a classic sitcom. I mean, it only won once and was nominated twice. I think it should have been. I think it's even like if I recall correctly, I think it might be the first African American show to win the Emmy for best comedy. I might be wrong there. I probably should maybe look that up before I went live, but yeah, I think this is like I don't even think Good Times ever won, but I don't even think Good Times was nominated. I gotta double check that, but yeah, Cosby Show it's still classic. I mean, despite everything going on with Cosby, I still adore the show. All right, coming in at number 5 is Everybody Loves Raymond. I mean, this show won it won twice and was nominated 5 times. Damn, I thought Everybody Loves Raymond won like more than that. Anyway, I mean, Everybody Loves Raymond is also a classic sitcom. I mean, you got like Ray Romano as Raymond. You got Brad Garrett, who I loved as Robert. And you also got like Peter Boyle and Doris Roberts, who won for not one, but who played like the parents. I mean, Everybody Loves Raymond is awesome. I'll be down to see them bring the show back. To be honest, I mean, I won't mind hanging with Raymond and Robert once again. Sadly, we probably won't see Doris Roberts or Peter Boyle return. But of course, if they ever revive Everybody Loves Raymond, still do something to honor the parents. But if you guys still haven't seen Everybody Loves Raymond, it's a hoot. Yeah. All right, coming in. Coming in at number 4 is All in the Family, which pretty much won the Emmys which pretty much won Best Comedy 4 times and was nominated 5. Yeah, was almost close with that one. And of course, it's pretty much about the Bunker families. I mean, this movie is a classic sitcom. I mean, you got like Carol O'Connor and Jane Stapleton as the Bunkers. I mean, the Jeffersons even was a spinoff of All in the Family. You even had like Rob Reiner way before he was a big time director with Princess Bride and Misery. The always good Sally Struthers was the daughter. I mean, if you guys still haven't seen All in the Family, it's also a classic sitcom. It premiered like in early 70s. And I think the show still holds up. I mean, people still knows what All in the Family is. And this is like kind of relatable because you guys probably have families like the Bunkers, if you guys still haven't seen All in the Family, check out some of the episodes. It's a classic sitcom. And it has some darn funny episodes too. I mean, I also watch like reruns once in a while. And there are stuff in All in the Family that I don't think will be able to get made in 2018. Because some of the jokes might be a little offensive now. But yeah, All in the Family is just an awesome sitcom. Coming in at number 3 is a classic sitcom, Taxi, which won the Emmys, which won 3 times and was nominated only twice. Now, Taxi is also a classic sitcom. Let me see when the show premiered. Taxi premiered in 1978, and it's really funny. I mean, it has a cool cast in us. You got the likes of Judd Hirsch, Jeff Conway, Danny DeVito was in this. Christopher Lloyd before he was in Back to the Future. Tony Danza. I mean, Andy Kaufman was even in this. I mean, this is a really downright funny show. I mean, it's pretty much set in like the New York City taxi cab company. Of course, since the show premiered today, it'll be titled Uber, since Uber is more bigger than cabs now. I mean, can you guys imagine Taxi premiered today? Yeah, it'll definitely be called Uber. But anyway, yeah, if you guys still haven't seen Taxi, it's a really funny sitcom, And like All in the Family, there's jokes in this that I do not think that will be able to get made today. All right, speaking of Frasier, coming in at number 2 is Cheers, which was, of course, the show that spawned Frasier. And it won 4 times and was nominated only 7. I mean, Cheers is pretty much like a workplace comedy set in a bar. I mean, it even had like a Woody Harrelson, which was like his breakout role. Ted Danson was also in this way before The Good Place. We also had the likes of Rhea Perlman, Shelley Long. There was some pretty good cast members on Cheers. I mean, it's also a classic sitcom. If you guys still haven't seen Cheers, check out some of the reruns. You know, it's a really funny little sitcom. It premiered in 1982. Wow, I thought it premiered a little later than that. I mean, Cheers is still a hoot. You know. All right, coming in at number one will be the Golden Girls, which, of course, pretty much is which has like Betty White. You know, I mean, Betty White was the golden age of that era of the old times. Oh yeah, B. Arthur. I always keep forgetting some of these actors' names. He also had Rue McClellan. I always mispronounce her last name. Estelle Getty was in this. And of course, it pretty much, you know, is the show about, you know, the lives and interactions of four older women who have all been divorced and widowed, and they're pretty much roommates in it. And now, pretty much, Betty White is actually the only the main cast members still around. You know, sadly, you know, the other three, you know, sadly passed away. But the Golden Girls is, it's still a comic classic. You know, I mean, it pretty much. I mean, Betty White's been around before the Golden Girls. Like, I mean, Mary Tyler Moore she was in and all, but this was actually the one that really made her. Well, I think it was Mary Tyler Moore that really made her too. But pretty much, Golden Girls was a show that made lots of people a bigger fan of Betty White. You know, like really love. I really love the chemistry between Betty White and the other girls. You know, there was some pretty cool guest appearance that popped up once in a while. I mean, if you guys still haven't seen the Golden Girls, what are you waiting for? They are still like reruns on TV. Check the Golden Girls out. It's a comic classic now. I mean, the show premiered in 1985 and ended in 1992, and the show is still the best. I mean, you know, lots of people pretty much still knows what the Golden Girls is, but yeah, Golden Girls is just the best. Anyway, that's pretty much it. Let me run down my top 10 list. Number 10, Frasier. Number 9, Modern Family. Number 8, I Love Lucy. Number 7, The Wonder Years. Number 6, The Cosby Show. Number 5, Everybody Loves Raymond. Number 4, All in the Family. Number 3, Taxi. Number 2, Cheers. And number 1, The Golden Girls. Now, there's lots of other ones I could have added. You know, Seinfeld's is always the best. You know, The Office is good. Veep is okay, but I'm not really the biggest Veep guy. Rest Development one. Sex in the City. Will and Grace was always the best. I see Will and Grace better. Murphy Brown one, and of course Murphy Brown is getting revived later this month. Ally McBeal one. Mary Tyler Moore one. Yeah, I mean, lots of really funny show comedies. Pretty much won the Emmys. You know, I'm curious to see who's gonna win the Emmy for best comedy this year. Like out of the comedies that's nominated this year, I have a feeling it'll probably be Marvelous Miss Maisel. But you know, later this maybe before the Emmys, I'll probably do a video of my Emmy winning predictions. You know. But anyway, that's all right. But you know, I'll make that video like probably Sunday or somewhat. All right, let me leave it to you guys. You know, what are your favorite Emmy award-winning comedy shows of all time? Leave your comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for more notifications. This here is Thomas L. Sanger.